Happy Sabbath, everyone. It's been a while. I am delighted to see you this morning. And this morning, our message is simple and to the point. I just want to remind us that nothing satisfied but Jesus. God is more than enough. I recognize that in a world that's gone mad, that we are using so many different things to fill our lives, and they're only leaving us empty and wanting for more. Nothing satisfied like Jesus. God is bigger than our circumstances was a song that pops up on my screen this morning of my favorite triplet, Apostle triplet, yes. And as I listened to the words of the song, it was amazing. It was so amazing, reminding us that the God we serve is bigger than our circumstances. And as I reflect that God is bigger than my circumstance, He's indeed bigger than all of our problems. He's bigger and He's more than enough for everything that we go through. So as I reflect this morning on what should we talk about, there's so many people that walk and talk with Jesus. And I recognize it's more than enough. God is, and He's more than enough for us this morning. Yes, as the different people walk with Jesus, the thief on the cross in particular, he met Jesus at the last minute of his life. And he recognized that even though he had wasted his life stealing goods and trying to fill the emptiness in his life, he recognized that God was all he needed. And at that last minute of his life, he reached out and grabbed him and recognized in that the peace he experienced at the end of his life, that God was all he needed all this time. God is more than enough. He's enough for any situation or circumstance you come into. As I reflect this week I was really blessed by the family nuggets from the Brixton Church and the different families, how they express the different kindness and peace. And I realized that every single day God gave me just what I needed. Last week Sunday, I spoke at work on kindness. And when I got to the day that talk about kindness, I am reminded as I go to my meetings and all the different things that even the people who irritated me, I had to be kind. I had to go beyond. As I look, we often use the word kindness and goodness and gentleness in comparison to each other, but they are actually different. Kindness is first needed for me to be good, because people can be kind to you with ulterior motives. But goodness express the intention of the heart that the kindness is expressed with, and gentleness express how I treat you. So I could be kind to give you food. I could chuck it at you. How do you treat the person you pass? As I passed yesterday, and I always pass this guy there, and he's always eating or drinking, sitting at the same space outside Sainsbury. And he greeted me a few times, and I said, okay, remember to walk with something for him, and I forgot. I came out the stores and I look at my bag, and I'm like, I don't think he's interested in anything else in my bag. But kindness means that I am intentional, that I'm thinking ahead of those who are around me. And even when I find myself in difficult situation, that because God is enough for me, I can extend myself with wisdom, because we have to apply wisdom to this and to be kind. When God become enough for me, it overflows into others. You see, if God is not enough for me, I'm always looking for something else to fill the gap in my life. As I reflect this week and how Christians have been living their lives and where we put our emphasis and where we want more investment and more this and more that. And I said to myself, but is God enough for me? It's okay to accumulate all the worlds and want to be comfortable. But if God is not enough, all my accomplishment doesn't make sense. I won't enjoy them. So as I wrestle with different things this week, I recognize that I have everything I need, because God is enough. God is enough when I come on every single situation in my life, because God is my I am. He is my everything. So He's more than enough. If I come in sickness, He is enough because He's my great physician. He is enough because He's the God that healeth me. God is more than enough. As you go through today, if you're hungry, if you're homeless, God is your shelter. If you're hungry, He's your bread, He's your provider, He's your living water. God is more than enough. Make Him your I am today. Whatever you want Him to be, God is enough. He's enough for me. He's enough for you. He's enough for all of us. And the beauty about God being enough is, I was just finishing, yes, and I got on a new point. Forgive me. But when you think about God, He can be there for all of us. He's enough and overflowing for every single one of us. Isn't it amazing that our God is enough? Enough in every way. My friend said to me last week, I have to go. My ride is here. Have a blessed Sabbath day, everybody. God is enough. I'm coming.